Within the official website for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, there's a page with no specific author or publication date that includes a multitude of facts about the hospital. One of these facts is that the hospital sees an average of 8,600 patients in 1 year. These patients come from all 50 states in America and from across the rest of the world. It can be guessed that the trips that these patients and their families take to the hospital are filled with tons of emotion, ranging from hope that treatment's going to work to anxiety about what the future may bring. According to an article on the entertainment website The Boot, written by one of the Boot staff members and published on August 13th, 2020, James Otto and Monty Criswell's song Where Angels Hang Around tells the story of one of these emotion-filled trips. The purpose of this speech is to inform Communication 110 students about this song, and I'm going to touch upon why the song was written, the story that the lyrics tell, and why I have such an emotional connection with this song. Since the creation of Where Angels Hang Around began with the inspiration of its songwriters, it's only logical for me to begin there. According to the same article that I mentioned earlier on the website The Boot, this song was inspired by one of Monty Criswell's friends. His friend was a father who had recently been told that his child had cancer. James Otto connected with this story because of the battle that his mother-in-law fought with breast cancer a few years back. The two of them decided they wanted to collaborate and write a song about one of the difficult times in life that many people sadly have to go through. Their song is written from the perspective of a father with a sick child, and their lyrics are sure to make listeners tear up when they think about the nightmare that's a reality for so many. Lyrics.com has another article with no date and no author that has a complete set of lyrics of Where Angels Hang Around. The opening lyrics introduce to listeners the story of a dad who is driving east on Interstate 40 through a storm, while his daughter, who has inherited his smile and his wife's hair, is sitting in the back seat cuddling her teddy bear asleep. The listener is told that the dad is praying and that his life has been turned upside down. The chorus then begins and it reads, across the Mississippi, a mile or two from Beale Street, not too far from Graceland, where the king of rock and roll sleeps, to a place for children where God sends his mercy raining down, in the heart of Memphis, where angels hang around. While the St. Jude Hospital is not directly mentioned in this chorus, any avid supporter of the hospital knows immediately that this is where the father and daughter duo are headed. The father is bringing his daughter to St. Jude so that she can receive treatment for her cancer. The song then goes on to explain how St. Jude is a ray of hope for people who are in such a dark time of life. The final goal of my speech is to explain to you why this song has such meaning to me. I first heard this song at the annual Benefit Uplifted concert for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital that's held in Washington, Illinois. A Peoria Journal-Star article written by one of their journalists and published on March 11, 2015, describes the benefit concert as a night of inspirational music, video, and stories shared by St. Jude families. Anyone in the audience that night would have had an instant emotional connection with this song. But for me, it was a little bit different because the lead singer on this song was my dad, and the pianist on this song was someone who I like to call my second dad. Seeing them up on stage and hearing the lyrics come out of my dad's mouth about a father who was bringing his child for cancer treatment really hit home, and since that night, I have had such an emotional connection whenever I hear this song. I've just told you why this song was written, the story that this song tells, and why this song has such a special place in my heart. I'd like to play the first 30 seconds of this song for you, and as they play, I want you to remember the 8,600 patients that St. Jude sees a year. I want you to remember that the story that is being told by these lyrics is true for these 8,600 patients and their families who take multiple trips like these a year so that they can receive their treatment at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
100 miles on a little rock, a windshield full of rain. I-40 eastbound. in the backseat, holding tight to a teddy bear. She's got a daddy's smile and her mama's hair, and one word knocked our lives off track. One word